I'm joined now by Laura Bassett, editor-in-chief of Jezebel. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, as always.
This is an important story because it reveals something about a super powerful company. Facebook reaches way more people than Fox News, for example. They were clashing with the Biden administration over pushing out COVID lies. They profit off the things that are the most viral, whether they're bad for your health or, in this case, according to the company, bad for the mental health of teen girls. Your views on what this story reveals?
Well, look, I mean, you can say social media in general is bad for people's mental health. Is that Facebook and Instagram's fault? You know, they have a particular business they're trying to sell. I think the real problem here is that, as you said, they saw the internal data showing that they are increasing teen suicides. They're increasing depression. They're increasing social anxiety. And they have the internal reports. They have that information, and they are downplaying it to the public. So I think the real problem is the cover up and the lying. They should be able to be honest and have a conversation with us about, okay, we know our product is making people feel bad. Let's have a conversation about how we can make it better. Instead, they're just making it so much worse by pretending like everything is fine.
Yeah, you make a really important point there about the honesty, because, again, these are relatively new companies. The country hasn't necessarily adjusted to how it wants to regulate them. And because they don't technically charge for their product, right? If a company was regulated on Wall Street and had blatant financial lies, that's illegal. It could get in a lot of trouble. Here, they hide a lot behind saying, well, we're a, quote, free service. People can use it or not. There certainly isn't currently a mechanism to get to these facts. This is from, as I mentioned, Wall Street Journal and other intrepid journalists getting the information. But when you find out that the so-called cost of this free service is that level of impact on minors, parents might react differently, or the government might react differently. But even ferreting out that information is quite hard at this juncture, Laura.
Right. I think there's two problems here. One is a problem with sort of social media in general, and kids growing up in this internet, social media heavy culture, and that's not necessarily Facebook's specific fault. But then there's a problem specifically with the company, Facebook, which owns Instagram, which is lying to the public, and which, frankly, in many ways, before this report came out today, has been a scourge on society, a scourge on democracy. There are so many problems with Facebook. It spreads massive amounts of disinformation. We at Jezebel just reported a piece today about how Facebook is profiting off of ads saying that abortion reversal is a thing, which is landing women in the hospital. It's not really a thing. It's pseudoscience. And so they are strangling social news. They're strangling local news financially while spreading disinformation. And this is becoming a huge problem for democracy. And every single day we find out new ways that Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg are ruining people's lives. And at some point, something has to be done about it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And good to know what your outlet is doing. And it really goes to whether the country wants to have the larger debate over how to regulate these new companies. If they started out small or innovative, or, hey, you can try them or not, so be it. On a lot of schools and campuses, opting out completely isn't really socially available to people, and asking 12 or 14-year-olds to figure that out all on their own also is difficult. So there may be a much larger need to actually have rules to protect people, and especially protect minors. We'll stay on it. A lot of this reporting was important. Laura Bassett, thank you as always.